everyone, it's Maggie, and I'm back at it again with another book outlet unboxing. So I have my tea with me, and I'm feeling the fall vibes, even though it is 75 degrees where I live. This box of books is a little gift to myself because I just had my 18th birthday last Saturday. Here I am with 7 books I'm really excited about. I kind of go, I ebb and flow with genres. So, a while back, I only read romance novels. Or, right now, I'm in the midst of a YA kind of genre, just pool of loveliness. And now I'm kind of thinking a little bit about new adult novels. That's why a lot of the books in this box is new adult type of books. But enough of me talking, let's open the box. Okay, let's just get right on into it. There's so much of the wrapping. Whew. So the first book I have is The Paris Winter by Imogen Robinson. I think that's how you pronounce her name. The Paris Winter is about this woman named Maud who lives in England, but she decides to move to Paris because she wants to become a painter and study in a painting academy. But she soon finds out that she doesn't have enough money to live in Paris, and she's starving and on the streets when Christian and Sylvie hire her to be a live-in. Let's see how they phrased it. Maud stumbles upon an opportunity when Christian Morel engages her as a live-in companion to his beautiful young sister, Sylvie. So I'm not entirely sure what that is, but somehow Maud is now in this amazing house. She can finally walk the streets proud of how she looks. She can concentrate on her art, but then she finds out that actually Sylvie and Christian have some very interesting secrets, and she has to deal with those. I love books that are set in Paris, and I love historical fiction, so right up my alley. So the next book I have is from the 50/50 deal that they were having about a week ago, and it was 50 titles that were 50% off, and the titles were sci-fi. So I am really excited to kind of delve into more adult sci-fi. This book is by Catherine M. Vallant, and it is called Radiance. This main character's name is Severnin, I think. And as I mentioned before, this book is a science fiction novel, and it takes place in silent film era Hollywood, but in a different universe, alternate universe. She does documentaries. So she goes from world to world to world, from Venus, Neptune, Mars, just making films on all these different worlds, because in this era of this alternate universe, they travel to all these worlds just on pretty rockets for fun. All these worlds are based on classic science fiction books. The next book I have is The Bees by Laureen Paul. So this book actually seems pretty complex from the back of it, so I'm going to just tell you what the coolest thing about this book is. The coolest thing about this book is that it is about a colony of bees, but they all have personalities and social statuses like we do. Anyway, so there's this female bee who is kind of low on the social hierarchy, and she basically challenges the queen. And this is the story of her adventure. I just really love the premise of this book about how it's in a bee's mind. I can't tell if this is a French last name or not. I'm going to pronounce it like it's a French last name, and also my pronunciation is probably wrong anyway, so there you go. This is The Painted Girls by Cathy Marie Bouchonnement. This doesn't matter at all, but it has that kind of soft texture that some book covers have, and it just makes me very happy. This is another book set in Paris in 1878. So the two sisters that are in this book is Marie and Antoinette. I'm just getting all French here. I don't even have a good French accent. Why am I even trying? Anyway, their father passed away, so it left them basically on the streets. And with paying 70 francs a month, Marie goes to the Paris Opera House to be trained in ballet, and she models for Edgar Degas. I just love Degas, by the way. So just seeing his painting on the cover, that made me so happy and very intrigued. So Marie models for Edgar Degas, and her sister Antoinette also finds fame on the stage. It doesn't say specifically on the back, but I'm guessing she's also a ballerina. And she is derailed a little bit because she has the opportunity to become a Parisian demi-monde. She has to decide between that, and I'm guessing also decide between being with her sister or not. For some reason, historical novels are very much winter fall for me. Like, that's when you just reflect on things that are happening, I guess. But I'm really excited to read this, hopefully in the wintertime. The next sci-fi novel I have is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This book was a recommendation from my friend, and I probably actually wouldn't have looked at it, except, I mean, it's a really pretty cover, so I might have looked at it. But that totally caught my eye because this was also on the 50/50 thing that Book Outlet had that week. And this book, basically, from what I can tell, my friend said it was like a post-apocalyptic kind of book. From reading the flap, it seems like there's this pandemic that's been happening across the world, and in this book it jumps back and forth in time, and it mainly follows some actors. Again, this has kind of the soft cover that Painted Girls had. I really like that. Like all the books I have on my shelf, I am really looking forward to reading it. So I'm just kind of saying everything with like a French accent today, and I don't know why. So I think this author's name is Karen Dornebo, and this book is Undressing Mr. Darcy. Intriguing title, is it not? So I bought this novel because I thought that it was a romance novel, which it is, and I've been kind of in the mood for those again. But let me tell you what this premise is. It is, like, really crazy. So it's about the main character is a 35-year-old American journalist, and she is very modern, and her very old-fashioned Jane Austen-loving aunt really wants her to talk to this man from England. I don't know if she flies to England or if he's like in America for some reason, but wants her to talk to this man who wrote a book called My Year as Mr. Darcy, and Vanessa, the 35-year-old American woman, she decides to write a piece on him. And then she finds out, this is the kicker, that he actually does a striptease show called Undressing Mr. Darcy. Yeah. And he's apparently wants to win her heart. Okay, let's move on to the next book, which has a completely different feeling. So this is the only YA novel I got, and I'm so excited that I got it in time for October. And it is The Merciless by Dentel Vega. It's hot pink, and it has a pentagram on the front. So the back only says, "Forgive us, Father, for we have sinned." I am speechless by this book. Let's read the inside, shall we? It says, "For mature audiences only." This is so perfect for October. I love Halloween. Okay, let me tell you the premise of this so you can get why I'm so excited about this. This follows a girl named Sophia, and she's at a new school, and she wants to befriend the popular girls, who are very goody two-shoes, seemingly perfect, and she's really excited when they take notice to her. And they are saying that they want to save this girl named Brooklyn. They need to help her. And what Sophia finds out is that they believe Brooklyn is possessed, and they want to perform an exorcism on her. But the exorcism is much more like torture, and Brooklyn is bound and gagged in a basement. And that is the summary that is inside of this flap. Like, I don't know how emotionally... Like, I've never read a kind of horror book before. Sorry, her name's Danielle Vega. I thought the upside down cross was supposed to be a T. So if you haven't heard of Book Outlet, I would highly recommend, because I got these 7 books for under $20. I just told my friend about this amazing store the other day, and she was like, well, there goes all of my money. And I was like, I know, right? So these books are definitely different kind of books that I normally read, and I'm really excited to have them on my shelf so it'll look really pretty. And yeah, tell me which book you're most excited for. I actually will have a review coming for you soon because I just finished a book that I'm really excited to tell you about, so stay tuned to find out what book that was. I will see you next Friday, or if I'm overeager, maybe before then. Make sure to subscribe if you like my videos, and have fun reading. Bye!